That's probably symbolic of how my quarter has gone. It has been an interesting couple of months. So I thought I'd make a video and just give you a bit of an update on what is going on in the world of Hectagon as we move into what I'm calling spring. It's nearly spring. On paper, it's spring emotionally. So we sold Railways and settled that at the end of last financial year. For those that don't know, Railways was a landscape supplies business that we owned out at Ranella, and have since opened a irrigation store at Lonsdale, which kind of completes my set of 3 that I was hoping to have across the metropolitan area of South Australia. Now, when I first set that goal, it wasn't that I set the goal, we set that goal. So I had a business partner back in the day, 08, 09, 10. We set the goal to have 3 stores, and then it kind of evolved to 4, but originally it was city, north and south. Lonsdale was always on the cards, and obviously now Lonsdale exists 15 years later. Mount Barker sits up there as something that I think about. It's not something that we necessarily will move on fast unless one of the stores in Mount Barker is interested in selling, and then we might move fast. I don't consider Mount Barker an environment that needs another irrigation shop. I know that there's 2 that I know of. I think that there's probably some in the area that could support the area. So I'd be more inclined to buy one and move in than open one. But right now, Lonsdale's only a baby. It's really only been open for a week, 2 weeks. I'm already thinking about other stores, and that's the advantage of having an amazing team. We got that store set up, and now it's being managed, and barring random questions that I need to answer, I don't really have to get too involved anymore. We've got a management meeting tomorrow, which is the first time we're going to do that with the new suite of managers that we have. That sounds weird. New team of managers that we have, and so it pushes me further up into that director role where I have to actually set the tone of what we're expecting and what we're doing. Lawnhub woke up on Sunday. Look, Lawnhub didn't really have that bad a winter. I was kind of expecting Lawnhub to have a loss through winter. I'd budgeted to lose about $40,000 a month through the months of, I guess, July and August, or maybe June, but we had an end of financial year sale that just went nuts. And so we really only had to digest July, which we'd moved out of a warehouse that we were in because we were expecting to move into another warehouse. And so we moved back to WaterPro, so there's no rent. And some of the staff left and we didn't replace them. So we kind of contracted enough that we were able to survive off of those 3 team members. And Sunday shit changed, and now we have another, I think there's probably 8 people working on various days, depending on their casuals and full times and all that. But I expect that'll probably balloon out to 10 in the next couple of weeks, and once we move to our new warehouse, I expect that we'll probably have 15 or 20, and maybe even more. It's an interesting business. Last year, Lawnhub's turnover went like it tripled, and tripling from 100 grand to 300 grand is a lot different than tripling from 2 million to 6 million, and it brings a lot of challenges, and we kind of overcome them and learnt them and changed the way we did things. And I think this year, I know we've budgeted for 200% growth. I have a feeling it might be 300% again. Early signs are saying that it's going to be ridiculous, and so we're just working out how to manage that. Probably a lesson I got, which I've had before. It's funny how Lawnhub's lessons, repeat themselves. Lawnhub started because of a handshake deal gone wrong, and I feel like the recent warehouse situation that we had probably occurred from not a handshake deal gone wrong, but me expecting something to go a certain way, and then potentially, because it wasn't in writing, it wasn't solid. And so we found another warehouse yesterday that I expect that we will move into, and that'll be a really interesting. Hopefully we can capture a lot of information around that. We didn't really film a lot around the Lonsdale sale. We just got busy, and I've got 2 full-time media staff that are really busy, and I want to hire more, but there's a commercial reality around that I have to kind of, I guess I almost have to eat that as a financial investment in the future. I wouldn't call it a loss, but an investment in the future. So yeah, we might hire more media staff soon. I think at the moment WaterPro needs another drafter, which is up on Seek. Lawnhub needs a question answerer, which is can be a remote job for the right person, but ultimately they'd be working out of direct in 45 days, preferably with some kind of turf knowledge or even a formal qualification. We probably then need someone manufacturing at Lawnhub, which will have an add up. Well, we probably won't even advertise for that. We'll probably advertise for picker packers, which generally move into manufacturing. And then I've got a feeling WaterPro probably needs one more counter sales staff member just to be able to kind of get us ready for the season. WaterPro traditionally have the same lull as Lawnhub, so we kind of go quiet in, you know, June, maybe not so much June, but July and August, and then September it goes nuts, the sun comes out, everyone's in their backyard. Oh, I need irrigation, my sprinkler's broken, I should have irrigated. No one thinks about it in winter. I'm just as guilty. I've got a chipped tile in my pool that's now urgent because the sun's out. And so what we tried to do is hire additional staff and start training them around handling those irrigation needs earlier. And I have to kind of take a bit of a hit on the wage, but then the long term of that is that those staff are ready to go and there's not additional pressures, and we obviously satisfy the customer requirements. So this is what it's like growing businesses, and I wouldn't even say fast. I think WaterPro's grown really slow. But yeah, Lawnhub's growing fast, and with that fast growth come challenges, which I hadn't really experienced before. WaterPro was quite steady, you know, 20%, 25% per annum. So yeah, that's where things are at. I expect the season's going to be ridiculous. We're going to start looking at opening WaterPro stores outside of South Australia, potentially before we do something else in South Australia. Brisbane's at the top of mind, and you know, there's a lot of team members that are ready to move to Brisbane. But even Melbourne, recently we've been thinking about the potential of opening a growth corridor store in the north and maybe even Geelong. We just think that that's probably being underserviced, and it might be something that we can handle. So what we do best is that commercial, like streetscape, commercial oval project kind of work. And yeah, I don't know. Anyway, that's something that we need to work through. Hopefully we can get into Lawnhub's new warehouse early October. It's going to be challenging for the team at Dry Creek for the coming 45 days because WaterPro's got a lot of stock coming in. They've had semis of pipe coming in, and then Lawnhub has, it almost feels like there's another semi every day of stuff coming in. So thankfully I have an amazing team that support me, and it means that I'm able to handle everything. One of the tough times of winter is that's when a lot of my senior team will take time off because they're smart, and they also, most of them don't like the shitty weather like I do, so they'll take that time because they know that it's low demand and that they can get out, shoot up north, and you know, get some sun and then come back for the season. Unfortunately and fortunately, the season started early, so I probably I haven't had as much of my main guy and girl support as I would have liked every day, but I am very aware that people need time off. Normal people do anyway. So yeah, that's it. Bit of an update. This is not a video for everyone. This is more just for anyone that's you know, truly curious about what's going on. I try to keep you updated as you know, you see in my LinkedIn profile that I'm documenting the journey on growing to a $250 million business. If anyone's been watching that information, that was 100 million up until recently, and I kind of went, I think we need to move the goalpost because I'm worried that I'll get to 100 and then go on a bender. So it's now 250, but you know, inflation, right? I could have set a goal to grow to 3 million or 5 million, and we would have hit it just from, you know, 10% price increases over the last 10 years. So yeah, if anyone's got any questions about what we're doing, I'm a pretty open book. And if anyone wants any advice or help around things that they are going through, don't hesitate to send me a message. Like I said, I'm an open book. There's probably stuff that we've dealt with around software and things that I can help you with. And on that, I don't know everything. We were in Sydney recently and met some amazing people at a retail conference who know a lot more about you know, marketing and sales flow on websites and things that I don't understand, and so you know, I'm reaching out to them and asking them for help. So yeah, anyway, I better go. I'm nearly at work, and yes, it's 11:07. I have been working. Excuse me. Keep it green. See you soon.